It's time to watch, it's time to have fun. Hey guys, and welcome back to today's video. And in this video today, I have not recently been giving you guys updates on anything happening at Six Flags over Texas. So I thought I should do a video about that. So this video is going to be about what is going on at Six Flags over Texas right now. Let's get to it. So, if you go to Six Flags over Texas like me, so to start us off, we're going to go back to November of year 2024. So, right after Fright Fest ended, they shut down the park. Even on the weekends it was closed to get ready for Holiday in the Park. And so its last weekend of Fright Fest was the weekend after Halloween. So the last day was November 3rd. And all rides were expected to reopen once the park reopened. However, two did actually unexpectedly get announced while the park was closed to get ready for Holiday in the Park. They announced two rides would not be reopening, and nobody knew on the last day of their operation that they were closing for good, and they were. The Lava Bora. And the El Diablo. So it was announced that those two rides would be getting removed. So once the park reopened on Thanksgiving break for Holiday in the Park, they still had their El Diablo and the Lava Bora there, but they were pinned off and you couldn't do them. And then as Holiday in the Park continued on for year 2024, they had to shut down the train, which has been down ever since then, but will be reopening in year 2026. And the reason why they had to shut it down is it goes through the area right underneath where the Lava Bora was. But the ride will be reopening in year 2026, so luckily it's not an actual ride removal. And maybe we can even see some new scenery around it when it reopens. And so during Holiday in the Park, they started working on tearing down the Lava Bora. They start tearing it down. And then, by the off season, Lava Bora was gone. Not there anymore. And then so, with Lava Bora gone, so the park had spring break, which was one of the last few in the March, which was I think actually just about the last month that the El Diablo was still up. And then by April, they took down the El Diablo, so that was gone too. The El Diablo had been removed. And then, so, at the same time the El Diablo got taken down, they had to make the construction site bigger, which caused them to shut down just about all of Spain. Besides the teacups, which are right now considered part of a Mexico themed section. So that meant one ride that had no plans to get removed got pinned off and was in the construction site, not able to be open because it was in the construction site. And it was the Conquistador, a classic swinging pirate ship ride for families. And then, so the Conquistador has just been pinned off. And, sorry, actually I forgot to mention what they announced they will be replacing Lava Bora and El Diablo. Let's go back to November for a few seconds. Sorry, I forgot. They're putting a record-breaking diving roller coaster, the world's tallest diving roller coaster that's going to break multiple roller coaster records, which I will get to that in a bit. But so now for October, where it was announced in September that the Conquistador will not be reopening. So yeah, the Conquistador has now been taken down and will no longer be in the park. And then recently, on September 25th, they announced everything that this diving roller coaster is going to have to offer, including the world's tallest drop on a diving roller coaster, the world's tallest loop on any roller coaster, the world's tallest of something I actually don't know the name of, but it's going to be the first version of a ride. That's how you guys can know what I'm talking about. But yeah, so it's going to break multiple records, including being the fastest diving roller coaster in the world. So it's going to break multiple records, and its name is going to be Tormenta Rampaging Run. So yep, they've confirmed the name for the diving roller coaster that everyone's been talking about. It's Tormenta Rampaging Run. So, Tormenta Rampaging Run is going to be a ball-themed diving roller coaster located in the Spain section, breaking multiple records like I've already said. And actually, did you know one part where it's going to go upside down is going to be taller than the Titan, which is the tallest roller coaster in the park. It's going to be the tallest roller coaster in Texas. And it's going to be called Tormenta Rampaging Run. The height requirement will be 48 inches tall, and it's supposed to open in 2026, and they've already started building it. So outside of Tormenta Rampaging Run coming to the park, they've also announced that the Spain section will have a brand new Spain-themed restaurant. So the new restaurant's name is going to be Cocina Abuela. And it's going to be a Spain-themed restaurant, which will be located right by Tormenta Rampaging Run. So this new restaurant will feature live tortilla making, an indoor fireplace, an outdoor patio, and probably more. And also, right now, the park is currently working on the Southern Palace, which is a building to watch shows next door to Runaway Mountain. So they are working on the Southern Palace so they can have year-round shows to watch. And I mean like live entertainment. Like shows with like acting and things like that all year round. And then also, so back when the park opened in year 1961, every area had a theme to it. And that continued on for a while, including some upgrades, like them getting teamed up with Looney Tunes in DC. And so they've kind of left off the theme of the areas by now. But, so they've announced they're going to bring back every area that has a theme. So that will be like Spain, France, Texas, DC, or it's called Gotham City. Every area that had a theme in the park will be getting its theming back. And then for the teacups, known as La Fiesta de los Tazos, so that ride has had a rough year. In the spring, it had to be shut down for refurbishments and then reopened. But then on 4th of July, there was a fire that had something to do with the teacups. And ever since that fire happened on 4th of July, the ride has remained closed. But that's actually for a good reason, because it's getting new Spain theme to it, a new Spain theme to the ride. So the teacups are getting a new Spain theme to the ride. And so for coming up in 2025 at Six Flags Over Texas, this weekend is the last weekend of Fright Fest at Six Flags Over Texas. And then, so after this final weekend of Fright Fest, the park is going to be temporarily closed, even closed on the weekends, to get ready for Holiday in the Park, which will run from November 23rd until December 31st. And if you guys are wanting to go to Holiday in the Park, so it's going to open on November 23rd, which is Thanksgiving break. So on Thanksgiving break, it's going to be closed the Saturday before November 23rd, November 22nd, and then once it reopens on November 23rd, it's going to be open every day of Thanksgiving break, besides Thanksgiving. And then after that, it's going to be open every Saturday and Sunday. And then it's going to be open at night the Friday that school gets let out for Christmas break. And it's going to be open every day on Christmas break besides Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. And then even after December 31st, if you still want to go at Christmas break, I think they will have the park open during the week until school lets back in. But it's just going to be normal Six Flags. But you can still go on the rides and have a good time. And then after that, the park should be open every weekend, unless it's too cold one day. And also, if you're going at Holiday in the Park, so if you're wanting to go, so it includes a temporarily Christmas theme to the park, special activities, ride themes, Christmas themed shows, Christmas themed characters walking around, and more. And also at Christmas break, if you're wanting to ride Roaring Rapids, Aquaman Power Wave, or El Ferradero, which is the log ride. So Roaring Rapids will probably be closed for all of Holiday in the Park, but for Aquaman Power Wave and the log ride, if you go on Thanksgiving break, like before it gets cold out, like too cold to have them open while it's still warm out, you actually might get to be able to ride them. Because we went on the first day of Holiday in the Park last year, November 24th, the Sunday after school got let out for Thanksgiving break. And we got to ride the Aquaman Power Wave and the log ride. And they even dyed the log ride blue. And also there is more news on the park, but I don't want to make the video too long. And so I wanted to give you guys the big update. So that will be it for this video today. I hope you guys are excited for what's coming to Six Flags Over Texas. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time. Bye! Sadly, the video is over.